Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. The NBA playoffs are rolling on. We've got a nice little promo code for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. The code is NFL20. We're talking Rockets and Lakers. The Lakers lead the series 3-1. The Lakers are also favored in this game, -6.5. The total is 216, which has slowly crept down from the start of the season, or the start of the series, excuse me. We've got Lee from ASA to talk this matchup. Lee, what jumps off the page when you look at this matchup?
I'm going to lean under in this game. I don't like the fact, like you just mentioned, the opening total for game one of the series was 227.5, and now we're more than 10 points lower than that. So we've lost quite a bit of value, but still, based on the statistics, there's a little bit of margin there. So we still like under in this game. In the four games so far, the most recent game, game four, they attempted 153 field goal attempts. Previous games was 159, 161, 164. And the league average during the regular season was 177 field goal attempts. So clearly, if they're not taking as many shots, they're not going to score as many points. Their possessions have slowed dramatically compared to the regular season numbers. And Houston, surprisingly, right, when you mention the Rockets, their defense has been much better in the bubble and in the playoffs compared to their regular season numbers. In the regular season, they were 14th in defensive efficiency. They allowed 1.103 points per possession. And in the bubble and the playoffs, it has been better. And their offense hasn't been as good. They're playing much slower. During the regular season, they were the second fastest paced team in the NBA at 103.7 possessions per game. In the playoffs, they're averaging under 100 possessions per game. So again, less scoring opportunities, better defense by the Rockets. It has helped this series, be an under series. The last two games have been 214 and 210. So like I say, we still have a little bit of a margin there with 216 or 216.5. We haven't even touched on the Lakers, but they've got the third best defensive efficiency numbers in the NBA this season. So they've been very, very good. They've shot extremely well in games 2 and 3, over 55% in both, if I recall. And then last game, it was 49%. So if they're in that 49% range, 48% range, which is still above their season average, I really can't see this game going over 216.5. So yeah, I would side with the under in this one.
Right. The Lakers are one of those teams that thrive in a half court, and they take a lot of high percentage shots down low. They try to move the ball around a lot. That's why we've seen several unders, and the Lakers in general were an under team for most of the season, or at least their totals were really low. The Rockets, on the other hand, need to shoot the three ball pretty well to keep up with the Lakers, and they just haven't done that. They shot 53 three-pointers, I believe, in one of the games, which is quite a lot, but still, it's going to take all of their firepower to keep up with this Lakers team, especially since Rajon Rondo has come alive defensively and offensively for the Lakers, a team that already was really good on defense, and then Rondo adding another dimension. But something I wanted to mention, second chance points last game, the Rockets had 0. Fast break points, 0. So it was just, that blew my mind, because something that people like to say about the Rockets team is that sometimes they give up. Westbrook and Harden are two very emotional players, and sometimes you don't know what you're going to get from them and how hard they're going to try.
Yeah, no, and you made a great point that people don't touch on or realize. Adding Rondo into the Lakers lineup gives them another perimeter defender on the three-point line. So they can chase guys off the three-point line. It makes it much harder for Harden and Westbrook and company. So yeah, that's a great point.
Right, and the under would have hit last game. Even though 216 is really low, these totals have been low, and that's why the odds makers keep adjusting them. So I do think the under is a good play as well. That's going to do it for our Rock and Lakers talk here on Picks and Parlays. Good stuff from Lee. Lee, thanks for joining us.